about an hour and my phone rings. And, you know, one of the things when your phone rings in the middle of the night, no one ever calls you with good news.
The shuttle mission will launch, my God, it's going to explode.
Velocity 2,900 feet per second, altitude 9 nautical miles, downrange distance 7 nautical miles.
There's been a series of massive explosions at an oil depot in Hertfordshire. The blasts ripped through the Buncefield complex near Hemel Hempstead just after 6 o'clock this morning.
The British ferry disaster off Belgium. Hope is fading for 79 people still missing. 49 have died.
Operational integrity is making sure that every operation is set up to succeed right from the start.
Good operational integrity doesn't just happen. We're all building a tower of strength.
The design phase, particularly the early phase of design, is really the only chance that we have to build in inherent safety into the design. The safety critical systems, such as the blow-up prevention control system, require careful specification to ensure that they meet the requirements of the facility, and that level of criticality is then progressed through the design and the construction and through the commissioning phase as well. We're not creating a statue, we're creating a living piece of equipment, a drilling facility that is going to be operated by 60 people for the next 30 years. It has to be ergonomically efficient and safe.
If we don't design safely from the start, our tower has no foundation.
To ensure we get operational input into our design, we try as much as possible to get operational people involved in the project from an early stage. They're the ones who are working in all weathers, trying to drill these wells as efficiently and safely as possible. Ultimately, the operational integrity of a new facility is a shared responsibility. We can't expect the drill crew to go out onto a rig and deliver high levels of safety if the rig isn't inherently safely designed in the first place.
The most important thing we do every single day, whether we're the lowest position or the most senior position, the most important thing we do every day is we come to work safely and we go home safely, and we look after ourselves and we look after our colleagues. The HR team in the offices understand their role is completely to support operations. We look to have the right people in the right positions with the right level of knowledge, skills and the right attitude to do things the KCA Deutag way.
We're looking for capable people. We're looking for people who have a good attitude towards safety, showing good behaviors, and who wants to go far. We can think of people like brakes. To build a strong tower, the brakes must be the right shape and fitting the right place, or the tower will fall.
The guys offshore need the right resources and the right people to prevent major accidents.
To have a successful mobilization, a lot of pre-planning is very important, and the teamwork. So we have to include all other departments. We have to work closely with purchase department, HR department, with technical departments, and for sure operational departments. We should integrate the tool pushers, listen to them. It is very important having no gaps, because if we have gotten a gap between town and operation, we would lose time and risk that operation is not running smoothly. In worst case, also HSE risks.
A safe operation needs everything in place. There can be no missing pieces.
Think, how can you help others to get it right?
Safety critical systems have to be inherently safe and they have to be working all the time. Our equipment system should be suitable for the wells we drill. Of course, they should be suitable for the well design of the client. And of course, they should be suitable for the environment where we are working in. The maintenance systems are very important to us because we have to make sure that we can operate safely. We have to do regular checks, and if it doesn't work, we have to stop the job, repair it before we continue.
So by inspecting, maintaining and testing an equipment, we can be sure that it will work properly the next time we need to use it.
Checks and tests are very important. If you look at the well control, for instance, well control should be certified and should be tested. And the physical barriers which are in place should be tested as well.
Inspection of a safety critical system needs to be thorough and needs to be done by a competent person. A tick box attitude is definitely dangerous. When maintaining safety critical systems, do it safely. Don't create major accidents by bad practices or isolations.
Well, updates play a big part in our maintenance program on the rig here, and getting these updates constantly and on time enable us to make sure our maintenance system runs smoothly. We get these from OEM alerts and our lessons learned from our EDRS system. Those things are vital for us to know what's going on in the industry and be able to correct it before it comes to be a problem on our rig.
We follow the management of change to make sure that everything else is still working as safe as it was before. If it doesn't work the way it's supposed to work, you just have to stop, fix it, and then we continue.
Operational practices is very important for KCA Deutag. It's how we go about our business. It's making sure our people actually know what they're doing when they're out on the job, and the guys are following and complying with all our policies and procedures, so we get a safe, effective and trouble-free operation.
If people are not properly trained on the new procedures and the use of new equipment, they can make dangerous mistakes, even if they are experienced. If you have new procedures, you have to communicate them. And if you get new equipment, you have to get people trained on the use of this equipment.
Good people can make small mistakes which lead to big consequences.
In the HSE team, we train our people, we monitor their performance, and we always adapt to prevent major accidents.
Within operational practices, we have some key bricks that are vital for strong operations. These bricks are like site inductions, risk assessment, work instructions, audits, and look-aheads. None of these bricks can be missing. Site inductions are like the foundation of the tower. So if you first come into a rig site, it's very crucial for us that you will be introduced in the safety critical aspects of the rig and the rig site.
Competency means that all our people can actually use and follow all the policies and procedures that we've got in place, go outside and work safely from start to finish at the end of the shift, and all go home in a nice, safe manner.
It is very important for us at KCA Deutag to follow the work instructions. So it's not just like ticking a box and doing the job, it's like thinking about the job and understanding what is happening. If we follow the what-if questions, we come to all the critical steps of the operation. So we see if that barrier fails, what will happen. So we can go on step by step and we can assess every part of the operation. Look-aheads are important to see what next bricks are coming and where they fit into the whole project. So it's not only about the operation today, it's also about the operation tomorrow.
When people arrive on the rig, we can't assume that they're competent. We have to go through the process of confirming their knowledge, their understanding, and then getting them through the training process, if required, to get them up to the level that we require. We can have all the necessary machinery in place, all the other systems in place, but if we don't have the competent people, it just crashes and burns.
A perfect day for KCA Deutag is No injuries, no accidents, no spills to the environment. Essentially a safe, effective, trouble-free operation. Our main focus is our safety critical equipment. We look at the major accident hazard controls, carrying out routine maintenance, planned maintenance. So we need to ensure that they're in good working order, they're reliable, available, and that all personnel involved understand and know how to use them.
We have a procedures, we have a rig work instruction, we have a permit for this job, and another supplementary document. And during preparation to start the job, the documents are audited. The mindset of the audits is that the auditor must be knowledgeable, experienced, so he must know exactly the whole task, what is going on, and during audit, he must be deep and thorough to identify any gaps or any missed points. So, and of course, after we identify something, we have to make sure that we followed up this and we corrected it. The main thing is that the audits are done regularly.
Bad things don't just happen to other people.
They happen to good people when they forget operational integrity.
Active monitoring is the monitoring by the supervisors, rig manager, by the tool pushers, and then they monitor actively with the people how they work and the condition of the equipment. The supervisor is required to thinking of how we can prevent the major accidents while monitoring the task actively. Give message to the crew that our senior people, leaders, they are committed with the safety, and safety is something important for everyone. That's why the top level people, they are involved in it.
My view of operational integrity is to preventing major accidents by getting all the bricks in place, from rig design down to the crew actions. If in case during drilling we lose a control over the well, the impact could be catastrophic. We can have a big environmental spill, we can lose a big assets and also the people life, and we don't want this.
Everyone is a safety leader in town and on the rig.
What can you do to prevent a major accident hazard?
Our pre-shift briefs is a very important tool here at KCA Deutag. Our oncoming shift need to be aware of what stage our operation is at, what stage our safety critical equipment is at, if there was maintenance being carried out, if there was operational requirements that needed to be run. So during handovers pre-shifts, our major accident hazards are our first thoughts, and that all parties involved ensure that they understand what they are expected to do for the next 12 hours.
Major accidents are the accidents that have potential for multiple fatalities, or destroy the installation, or finish the company.
A safe operation needs a tower of strength.
We all add bricks to the tower, and every brick matters.
Ask yourself, what could go wrong?
There can be no missing pieces.
Or sooner or later, the tower will fall.